Hi everyone, my name is Scarlett, pastry baker, cake decorator, and instructor for Azucar Cakes. Turrón de Doña Pepa. We are going to start by roasting our seeds at 350 degrees in the oven for approximately 4 to 7 minutes. On a clean surface, we're going to add our flour that we're going to measure really carefully. We're going to shape it into a volcano, make a hole in the middle, and add our egg yolks there. And now our margarine and 3 tablespoons of sugar. We're also going to set 3 tablespoons of shortening to the side in case we need it, in case our dough is dry. Now we're blending all the ingredients together using our fingertips. We're going to have fun. Yes. We're going to add our roasted seeds and try to integrate everything together using our fingers. This is a very gentle process. And if we need it, we can add our shortening 1 tablespoon at a time. Gentle, we integrate everything until the surface is clean and our hands are not sticky anymore. That's the sign that we need to stop. Do not overwork the dough. By overworking it, you only make it tougher.
Here at Azucar Cakes, we make the best turrón.
We let our dough rest, so the gluten rests with a bench scraper. We cut it in half and then another half. And each quarter we cut in half again and in halves again and again until we get cubes of approximately 2.5 inches each. Each cube is going to be rolled on our hands, and then on the surface we're going to press and roll to make strips. And those strips are going to be placed on a cookie sheet that's been covered with parchment paper. We have to place them in a way that they are really straight so they come out of the oven straight. This is a long process, as you can see, so I want to talk to you about the syrup. To make the syrup, we're going to use different fruits. The amount that you use could be one of each. For example, you put 1 banana, 1 apple, 3 or 4 strawberries, 1 orange. And you're going to put water and you're going to boil it until you discard the solids and you have that liquid reserved, and that we're going to call it the concentrate. Okay, so now here you see me finishing up with all the strips, and I am placing them very carefully. It doesn't matter what size they are because at the end we're going to cut them and resize them so they can fit our mold. And you're going to fill almost 2 cookie sheets. We're going to put them in the oven at 350 degrees for approximately 24 minutes. It all depends on your oven. Now for the syrup, we're going to have 2 liters of the concentrate that I was talking to you about. We're going to add 1 fig tree leaf, and we're going to add 1 kilogram of sugar per liter of liquid. So while that boils, we're going to put our mask and we're going to put gloves on, because before things go to the oven, it's okay to not wear gloves. But once everything is baked and you just are assembling, you need more hygiene. We're going to check on our syrup. It has to reach 240 degrees Fahrenheit to the soft ball stage. So we're going to insert the thermometer. Right there you see I have no fruit anymore. There is only the liquid and the sugar. And now I'm going to show you the mold I'm going to use. You can use any mold. You can use a Pyrex, even a cake mold. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure to use parchment paper to cover it, because you don't want your turrón to be sticking to the mold, and then that will be an issue, right? So here I finish it. I'm going to end up with 1.5 kilograms of Turrón. Here I am placing all the cookie strips in a horizontal way, filling every little hole, and I can even use some crumbs to cover the holes if I want. There, so now our syrup has to be near 240 degrees. If you don't have a thermometer, just make sure to boil it and boil it and boil it until you see those bubbles and until it's really, really hot like that and it looks like a syrup. To make extra sure, you can put it on a surface like that. Be careful, it's very hot and can cause a serious burn. And then let it cool for a few seconds. And with a naked hand, touch it, and it should be sticky, like a toffee. There, you see? That's the texture. So now you're gonna place it on the first layer of the cookies, and with the help of a spatula, an offset spatula if you have, otherwise just use a spoon or a butter knife, spread it all over. Just add as needed. Don't add too much because there's too much sugar in it, right? You don't wanna overdo the flavors. You want to preserve it as traditional as possible. So the second layer of cookie sticks is going to be placed vertically, so that way we are making the cookie stacks very strong. And again, we're going to play puzzle here, trying to put pieces here and there to cover all the holes, some crumbs, and then more syrup. And with the help of the spatula, we are going to make it all even. And then after we have our syrup in place, we're going to add our last layer horizontally again. The whole bakery right now is smelling like anise seeds. And at the last layer, we're going to put our sprinkles, lots of sprinkles. We're going to put fig pieces, and we're going to put little candy balls and even more sprinkles. The amount of sprinkles is because the Lord of Miracles in Peru has many, many followers, so we put many, many sprinkles. And we have fun, and it looks beautiful. There, I'm showing you. Now we're gonna let it cool and let it set for about 40 minutes. And we're gonna take it out of the mold. And like I said, I'm going to make 3 turrons of 0.5 kilogram each. I'm going to cut it to fit my container for my bakery brand. Here, I am going to show you the 3 layers. It's 3 layers of cookies in different ways, glued together with a beautiful syrup. You can see the figs and the candy on top. And here it is. I have removed my gloves because everything is packed. Now I'm going to enjoy it.